Today I'll be cooking chicken tagine, which is a Moroccan dish. Before I explain all the foods that go in it, I need to talk about the history of Morocco and the food. So, Morocco, the food was invented around 2,000 years ago when Arab and Jewish people started migrating to the area. Their cultures blended together, making this type of food. And then finally, a couple hundred years later, Spanish people started migrating to the Morocco region, and all the cultures turned it into this, which is now Moroccan food. And chicken tagines, which I will be making today, there's chicken thighs, eggplant, lemon, couscous, onions, carrots, ginger, tomato paste, dried apricots, cranberries, chicken broth, cumin seeds, pepper, cinnamon, garlic salt, olive oil, and flour. So first off, I'll be cutting the carrots, eggplant, and chicken. I'll be cutting the chicken and eggplant into 1-inch cubes, and I'll be slicing the carrots and cutting them thinly. Alright, so before I put the 1-inch cube chicken and 1-inch cube eggplant onto the olive oil here, I'm going to talk about the imports and exports. Morocco's main import is from France and the United States. They get lots of wheat and flour because in Morocco they have lots of sand and bad soil, so they can't grow as much stuff. And then their exports, they export around $530 million a year worth of nuts and seeds and fruits. That's why my chicken tagine over here has cranberries and fruits, because it's a very popular item in Morocco. So now I'm going to put my eggplants in the olive oil here, like that. And then I'm going to put my chicken all in. And now I'm just going to cook all of this, not thoroughly through, but I'm going to cook it until the chicken is brown on each side. I'm going to be putting the chicken and eggplants into the bottom of this crock pot. And the crock pot is equivalent to a tagine. And a tagine is a Moroccan pottery. It's shaped like a funnel. And usually you'd cook this stuff in the tagine in Morocco, but we don't have that in America. So we're going to be using a crock pot, which it cooks it slowly too, just like it does in Morocco. And yeah, so now I'm just going to put this all in. And there's the first layer. Now I'm going to be layering the dried apricots, the cranberries, carrots, and the onions. While I layer this, I'm going to be talking about religious foods. So many people in Morocco, they eat pure foods, and most restaurants don't serve pork or alcohol because it's not pure enough, and they don't want people eating that. Restaurants that serve pork and alcohol in Morocco are mainly for tourists, and many people in Morocco, they celebrate Ramadan, and during that they fast for a month. During the day they cannot eat, and yeah, that's the religious beliefs over here. And if you come over here, you can see how this is layered in the crock pot. Now I'm going to be mixing all this stuff into this bowl, and it's going to be dumped into the crock pot when I'm done. I will be talking about proper eating, agriculture, and fishing while I do this too. So first of all, proper eating, you eat with your hands in Morocco. Your left hand is for passing breads around the table mainly, and your right hand is used for eating. Use your 2 main fingers and your thumb for eating, and you can use bread to dip stuff in, which is how they eat there. So now I'm going to be adding the chicken broth in. This is about 2 cups. And this is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Add that into here. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste into here. And this is a tablespoon. There's 1. There's 2. Put that aside. Now I'm going to be talking about agriculture. Agriculture takes about 40% of all Morocco. In the northwestern side by the ocean, they grow lots of grapes for wine, lots of fruits and stuff. And then right by the mountains, just south of the mountains in the north, there's a little spot where they grow their wheat and their flour and stuff, but it's not much. That's why they have the U.S. give them so much wheat and stuff. Now I'm going to be adding some garlic salt, which is 2 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. And now I'm going to be adding flour, which is 2 tablespoons of flour. So use this, even it out here. That's 2 tablespoons. And then fishing. Fishing, about 99% of all fishing is in the ocean. About 1% is in their lakes, which there's lots of bass and stuff. And then in the ocean, there's lots of big port cities. One of the biggest port cities is Sakla, and that's in the northern part of Morocco near Spain. Now I'm going to be adding my cinnamon. For cinnamon, I need 1 teaspoon. Leveled out. And now I'm going to be adding my cumin seed. And my cumin seed, I need 1.5 teaspoons. So. That, 1. And then this is a 1/4 teaspoon I have. Don't have a half right now, so I'm just going to do 2 quarters. Then a little bit of pepper the recipe goes for. Like that. And now I'm going to be adding my ground ginger. And for ground ginger, I need 1.5 teaspoons. One teaspoon. And then half. And now I'm going to mix this mixture together, and eventually I will pour it into there. Now I'm going to be talking about the drinks in Morocco. So I'll be talking about 2 main drinks. The first drink is green mint tea. So many people in Morocco, they consider it an art form if you make good green mint tea. It's a very popular drink and many people love it there. Finally, with all the berries and fruits grown in the north, wine is very popular. They consider wine to be as rich as the Moroccan culture, and they love their wine there. So now I'm going to be dumping in this mixture of liquids and seasonings that I added in earlier into the crock pot. And then now I'm going to put the lid over, and it's going to cook on high heat. If you come over here, you can see what it looks like. It's going to be cooking on high heat for 5 hours. Now I added 2 cups of water and olive oil and salt, and it's boiling. Now I'm going to be adding the couscous to that. Couscous, many people believe it is a seed or a grain, but it is not. It is actually wheat. It is semolina wheat. And to make it, you just mix it apart until it breaks into little balls. And it takes about 5 minutes to make. So I'm going to dump it in like this. And then you're going to stir it for a little bit. Just like that. Then you're going to take it off the heat completely and let it sit for 5 minutes. This is my final product. Here's my couscous and here's the chicken tagine part. And yeah, this is my Moroccan cooking video.